Do women who cheated after the age of 50 have these commonalities? Men must keep their eyes open. Hello everyone, I am Dudu. Those women who cheated after the age of 50? Have you heard of such things around you? Anyway, I have seen a lot of similar emotional stories recently, which really makes people want to dig deeper to find out what is going on behind the scenes. Let's talk about why the age of 50 is so popular. In the stereotypes of many people, 50-year-olds have entered middle-aged and elderly. Their children have grown up, and couples have walked through most of their lives hand in hand. Life should be stable and calm. But the reality is slapping in the face. Some 50-year-old women actually cheated at this time. What is this for? Let's talk about physiology first. Everyone knows that women enter menopause when they are about 50 years old. This menopause is tormenting. The hormone levels in the body are like a roller coaster, up and down. A large decrease in estrogen not only brings physical discomfort such as hot flashes and night sweats, but also has a great impact on women's psychological and emotional needs. Many women will suddenly doubt their bodies and charms at this stage. When they were young, they might walk on the street and people would look back at them. But now they feel like they have become invisible, and this psychological gap is not small. From the perspective of gender relations, many couples in their 50s have passed the passionate stage and their sex lives have become less and less. According to relevant studies, a considerable number of couples in this age group have no more than one sexual life per month. This is easy for women who still have physical needs and emotionally desire intimate contact to feel a sense of emptiness. If the husband does not pay attention to this aspect or his sexual ability declines due to age and he is unwilling to communicate and resolve it with his wife, then conflicts between the couple will easily arise. At this time, once a man who can bring her freshness and emotional comfort appears, it is like encountering a clear spring in a dry desert. Some women can't control themselves easily. Let's talk about the psychological and emotional level. A 50-year-old woman has been busy with her family for most of her life, taking care of children, serving the elderly, and doing housework. After a lot of effort, the children have grown up and left home to pursue their own lives. Suddenly, they have free time and start to think about their own life value. At this time, if the husband has been ignoring the emotional needs of his wife and has not given enough care and recognition, the woman will feel that her efforts over the years seem to have been in vain. For example, the wife worked hard to cook a table of delicious dishes, but when the husband came home, he didn't even say a word of praise, but directly started to complain about the troubles at work. Over time, the wife's grievances will accumulate more and more. Another point is the change in social circles. Now society is developing rapidly, and 50-year-old women are not limited to family and neighborhood interactions as before. Many people will attend various senior universities, interest classes, or make new friends online. This means that they have more opportunities to contact the outside world and meet more people. Once they meet a man who understands and appreciates them in a new social circle, the feeling of being valued is like a long drought and rain, which can easily make them fall into an emotional whirlpool. I also saw a particularly typical example on the internet. There is a 50-year-old Aunt Lee. She has been married to her husband for more than 20 years and has always been a diligent housewife. After her child was admitted to university, she felt bored and signed up for a painting class. In the painting class, she met Mr. Zhao, who also loves painting. Mr. Zhao often praised Aunt Lee for her artistic talent and patiently taught her painting skills. Gradually, Aunt Lee and Mr. Zhao communicated more and more, and their feelings became deeper and deeper. Later, Aunt Lee found that she had fallen in love with Mr. Zhao without realizing it and fell into an extramarital affair. From this example, we can see that women who cheat after the age of 50 often have some common characteristics. First of all, they have not been able to get emotional satisfaction in their marriage for a long time. Many couples at this age have just lived a plain life with daily necessities and lack of emotional communication and interaction. It is difficult for couples to even say a word to each other, let alone confide in each other and express love. Women are emotional animals. They need to be loved, cared for, and understood. If they can't get these from their husbands, they will easily look for them outside. Secondly, it is a new exploration of self-worth. 50-year-old women, after experiencing the ups and downs of life, begin to desire to live for themselves. They don't want to be just someone else's wife or mother, but want to be unique. If the outside world can give them affirmation and encouragement at this time and let them feel their own value, it is easy to make them moved. Just like Aunt Lee, she was recognized by Mr. Zhao in the painting class. This recognition made her find the long-lost confidence and happiness, and also made her fall deeper and deeper emotionally. In addition, there's another point that is easily overlooked, which is the revenge mentality. Some women found their husbands who cheated on them in their marriages. Although they did not divorce for various reasons, the thorn in their hearts was always there. When they reach the age of 50 and their children grow up, they no longer have to consider the impact on their families. They may develop a revenge mentality and balance their inner grievances and anger by cheating. Let's look at it from a more macro-social level. Now society is more and more tolerant of women, and there are no longer many restrictions on women's behavior as before. 50-year-old women also have the right to pursue love and happiness, which is a good thing, but it also provides some people with the opportunity to indulge. Moreover, the current social methods are becoming more and more diversified, and the cost and risk of cheating are relatively reduced, which has also contributed to this phenomenon to a certain extent. Another very realistic factor is economic independence. Now many 50-year-old women have their own jobs and incomes and are no longer financially dependent on their husbands. The economic base determines the superstructure. When they have economic strength, they will have more confidence to pursue the life they want. Even if cheating may lead to the breakdown of marriage, they don't have to worry about their lives being insecure. Unlike in the past, once a woman gets divorced, she may lose her source of income and fall into a difficult life, so she can only choose to swallow her anger. Let's talk about the impact of social media. Nowadays, social media and various social software make people's communication more convenient. Women in their 50s are no exception. They will also find fun and comfort in the online world. In the virtual social space, people are more likely to show their beautiful side and hide their shortcomings. Some people with ulterior motives will take advantage of this unlaunch an emotional offensive against these women. Those sweet words and caring can easily make women who lack love and real marriages fall into it and think they have found true love. From the perspective of changes in family structure, most families nowadays are single-child families. After the children grow up and leave home, the house suddenly becomes empty, and the relationship between husband and wife becomes more important. If the couple cannot adjust their mode of getting along in time to fill the emotional gap after the children leave, it is easy to create a gap. At this time, a little warmth and care from the outside world may make women feel moved. Let's talk about how to avoid this situation. For both husband and wife, communication is always the key to solving problems. At the age of 50, couples should sit down and communicate their thoughts and feelings to each other frankly. The husband should pay more attention to the psychological changes of his wife and respect her needs. The wife should also understand the pressure of her husband and work together to manage the marriage. For example, you can go on a trip together to regain the romance of your youth. You can also cultivate common interests and hobbies to increase interaction and communication with each other. For women who cheat after the age of 50, we can't just blame them. Everyone's life has its own difficulties and hardships. They must have struggled internally to make such a choice. As family and friends, we should care more about them and understand their real needs. For husbands, they should reflect on their roles in marriage, whether they have ignored their wives' feelings, and whether they have not given her enough love and care. Of course, cheating is a violation of morality in marriage contracts and will cause great harm to the family and people around them. If there is a problem in the marriage, the best way is for the couple to communicate frankly and find a solution to the problem together. If you really can't live together, you can also part ways amicably. There is no need to hurt each other by cheating. Well, today's video ends here. Welcome to leave a message to discuss. We will talk next time. Bye.